Um, looking at it from a themes angle is interesting because, in a sense, there isn't, I don't think, and I suppose some critics might disagree with this, but I don't think there's an overarching sort of theme to the Decameron other than the one of telling stories under the shadow of the Black Death. There's quite a variation of stories, although probably not quite so much as in the Canterbury Tales, or rather of the tales that I thought I'd be able to adapt, there is not quite so much variation. So, for instance, there are a lot of tales of adventure or picaresque tales which go from one country to another where people travel, and they're replete with pirates and shipwrecks and things, which didn't seem to be totally practical in terms of adaptation for our purposes. There are a lot of stories which are bawdy or ribald, tales of marital infidelity and sexual jealousy, etc. And as it turned out, these, on the whole, were the tales that were easiest to adapt or seemed more fitted to our purposes in terms of characters and good parts for women, etc., etc. So, whereas in the Canterbury Tales, I think we'd had a pretty good mix of tales from some sort of humorously bawdy, to others that were really quite dramatic, and some that were perhaps a little tragic. In the Decameron, we've perhaps ended up with a narrower range of stories. We do have one which is a little bit adventurous, but a lot of them are about male-female relationships. I should also say that in some ways Boccaccio is not as inherently dramatic as Chaucer in the Canterbury Tales, because Chaucer's narrators are fully fledged characters in themselves, and they're very easy to bring to dramatic life, and you don't have to change much. I mean, you really almost just have to take Chaucer's words and adapt them into modern English. But in Boccaccio, the narrators are far less defined. They're much more sort of cardboard figures. Again, this does give one the freedom to take them whichever way you want to as a writer, or indeed, I don't think actually I have fully characterised them either, but it does give the actor more chance to make what he or she wishes of that particular character.